Brooks Stadium in Conway, South Carolina would appear to be a far cry from the classics, but Chaucer would be very proud of the fight that his Chanticleers will bring to the Teal. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the Buffalo Bulls, taking on another team from the Mountain West, the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we're ready to tee it up. And the Bulls will kick it off to get us underway. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Line gets set, first down. Leaves it with the running back. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Give that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass, it's Basco. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. And he slid through that attempt, and he's got room. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
And the Chanticleers have this offense rolling. He's going to pass. That's reeled in. It's Tucker. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on 2nd down. On the move, it's Washington. Knocked down at the 27 after a pickup of 5.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these 3rd downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Here comes 3rd and short from the 27. This defense trying to make them settle for a field goal. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
You know, this is a running back who wants the ball, and he wants the offense to run through him. Really nice job there on the 3rd down of this opening drive for his offense. I can't wait to see what kind of game this guy's going to have.
Motion from the offense. The hand to the running back. Blast his way ahead, but not much room. A pickup of 1 to the 24.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
Quick strike complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
This opening drive, methodical, efficient. They'll snap it for the 9th time on 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Fires and picked off. Trying to take it back. Inside the 50. The 30. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Buffalo. What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. That's one of those plays you put a highlighter beside it, can really swing a game.
100%. There's a couple plays a game where you go back and you look and you're like, man, that changed the whole outcome. What an unbelievable play by the defense, not just to get the turnover, to score the points off.
They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. That last pick six after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense, sticking to the run. Nice job getting the first down.
Going to try to get it himself. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here.
You don't get very many opportunities to finish the play with a quarterback. A lot of times they're protected so well nowadays, but when he's a ball carrier, it's fair game, and what a great job bringing the wood.
Pressure coming. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
And I like the play call, like being aggressive on offense. 2nd and inches, you still got a 3rd down coming, but the defense, great job being ready for the pass. Wasn't fooled, got the sack, now set up a better 3rd down situation for him.
Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. Back to throw, it's Vasco. Finds the tight end. Open space at the 25. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. And the offense didn't need to accept the penalty thanks to that big play.
And that's another shot to clear.
The shot that clears are moving quickly down the field. They'll try the run. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, shot to clear.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
And he puts through the extra point. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished it off with an exclamation point, running it in from the 19. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Fast motion from the offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the middle. Ball in the air, intercepted. He didn't get a lot on the return, but man, did he set his offense up at the 30.
Okay, well, defensive players don't always see where the ball is. They see the receiver and they get to chase him. A really good job seeing where the receiver is, going and making an interception, making a big play, getting the ball back to your offense.
Coastal Carolina has it. The Chanticleer offense headed back to the field. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
It's reverse. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
You know, as an offense, oftentimes you try the reverse play because you're trying to take advantage of a defense over pursuing and by a lot of defensive team speed. Didn't work right there. Great discipline by this defense.
And, guys, they really need to take advantage of this field position on 3rd and long. To the air, it's Vasco. Fires to the wideout. Makes a connection. Touchdown, Coastal Carolina. What a catch and run for 6.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Buffalo has it back. Let's see what the Bulls offense can do. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get louder.
Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Catch in the middle, it's Snow. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a 1st down.
The number one goal as a defense is try to hit the QB as many times as possible. Try to rattle him, try to get him flustered a little bit. Nice job getting there, getting the hit on him, but nice job of executing by the quarterback.
Oh, look out, there he goes! And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up there.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Now facing a 3rd and long. To the air, it's Agbana. They're trying to get to it. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And they'll send out the field goal unit. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys. Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown, everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. On the move. And he could not get loose on the run.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one a long one on 3rd down from the 43. They'll run play action. Trying to burn this defensive back. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass? And the Chanticleers line up to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Puts a boot to it. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week. Only called on twice. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. The Buffalo offense headed back to the field. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish strong.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
Give to the back. He's there to make the stop.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking for a man. It's Agbana. He unleashes a long one. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35.
And that's why this guy's a complete running back. He's good between the tackles, he can pass block, but he can also run routes. And we're not just talking about screens or swing routes. This guy gets vertical down the field, and he can run the route tree.
The Bulls come to the line with a new set of downs. The give to the back. No, he just flat ran over it. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the 1st down and sets them up beautifully here.
And that would be the definition of 1st down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Buffalo! I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with a touchdown.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Coastal Carolina has it. The Chanticleer offense headed back to the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Barry.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
They're strong and they're scrawl. Defensive tackles, they're scrawl. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. Looking downfield, it's Vasco. Throws for the tight end. And the pass hits, picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Here's the handoff. Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job game tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
They get him down after the scramble, but he's able to pick up a few and turn it into a positive play.
Well, great job there by the defense, because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one.
Throws toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. And this will be a 41-yarder coming up from the right side. Splits the uprights, it's good. And with that, they've taken the lead.
You've got to make the opponent pay for turning the football over, and while this team would have liked to have scored a touchdown off that pick, I think they're pretty happy getting the field goal.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Wide receiver shows motion. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Fires to the tight end. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. And now on 2nd down for this offense. The back goes in motion. Looking downfield, it's Vasco. Finds his tight end. And he'll be marked down, but he's got enough to move the chains.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like, because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
And this sophomore quarterback learning when to use his legs to move the chains. There's a timeout call as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. The Chanticleers will snap it on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Takes it the other way. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Buffalo! The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, then thought, don't get caught, and he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too, now. Look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play, but defense, great job making the interception, and you're right. Doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. First down here for the offense. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Setting up the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back.
And that's another shot to clear.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Finds his big tight end. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch.
And that's another.
Dropping back, it's Vasco. Good timing on the quick out. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it on that last play.
On second down, they'll take to the air. He's going to run it. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. He's going to look for a man on third and short. He uncorks a bullet to the right. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line.
Another shot to clear.
From the gun. He's got it. They will score. Touchdown, Coastal.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Buffalo has it back. Let's see what the Bulls offense can do. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play call.
Yeah, no doubt. And I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here, David.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better.
Picked off. And he will step out of bounds, but what a play to get the ball back for his offense.
And we know turnover margin is a huge part of winning ball games. Interception number 2. This quarterback has to do a better job taking care of the football. Don't force it. Take the high completion percentage stuff. Don't always try to go for the big play.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Makes the grab. It's Taylor. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
Back to throw. It's Vasco. Unloads to the right. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing they needed to create takeaways to try to gain as much momentum as they could. Really nice interception on that play. Great job with the eyes by the defender there picking that up.
Trying to get behind the defense. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Buffalo 24, Coastal Carolina 21.
And the shot to clears will boot it away to start the second half. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Buffalo offense headed back to the field. They have the lead to start the third quarter, but I'd imagine ball security was a topic at halftime.
Yeah, and I think you take the lead and you try to stay optimistic with your team, but you also say, guys, if we had taken care of the football, this lead would be even bigger, and we might have already knocked them out already, Palmer.
It's just about eliminating the mistakes at this point. You're right. This thing would be over if they hadn't shot themselves in the foot. So ball security, that is at a premium as this game goes on.
Breaking out the jet sweep. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
It's so hard because when they run jet sweeps, they don't always give them the football, and then you got to worry about other stuff. But great job focusing on your keys, seeing the jet sweep, pulling the trigger, going, and getting the speedster on the ground.
On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the first down. And the Bulls get it past the sticks.
3rd and inches, everybody knows what's coming, but it's so dang hard to stop it. You better get penetration with that defensive line. They didn't do a good enough job. Running back falls forward and does his job.
Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. Looking to the big tight end. Got his man downfield. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around and make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense, creating the tackle for a loss on first down.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls in.
Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. Doesn't have a straight-on shot here. He'll kick it from the left hash and 39 yards out. Between the uprights, it's good. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake. Feeling some heat. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up in pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. He's looking downfield to throw. Reels it in down the left side. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before it's finally stopped.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. They'll throw it on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. Across the 25, he's got room. Knocked down at the 24-yard line, but it's a big gain. 15 yards on the play, and this offense is in business. The Chanticleers are flying down the field. From the gun, running back gets to give.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8.
Let's go.
Looking to throw, it's Vasco. Finds his big tight end. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one. How about the mix of play calls on this drive? 3 runs, 3 passes, and now they're in business.
And just keeping the defense completely off balance. When you think it's a run, it's a pass. When you think it's a pass, it's a run. Nice job by this offense, going right down the field in 6 plays, and now set up for 1st and goal.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Chanticleer.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And he added the extra point. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Buffalo has it back. Let's see what the Bulls offense can do. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
He'll try it again. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Linebackers have such an amazing responsibility. Got to play run, got to play pass. How about this? Seeing the run aggressively, getting downhill, and getting in the backfield and making a tackle for a loss.
Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. Makes the grab. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Got it in the middle. It's McMillan. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give them a 1st down.
Yeah, when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receivers got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the 1st down.
Leaves it with the back. A run up the middle is stuck for no gain.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd down. That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Coastal Carolina 28, Buffalo 27.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Dropping back, it's Agbana. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
And imagine the defense in this scenario, right? You're up by 1 possession. You need to get to the quarterback. You've got to affect him. You're going to blitz, or you're going to try to win one-on-one up front. They did it that time, hit him, and force the incompletion.
Nice job to pick up the 1st down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
Really nice timing. Nice job by the quarterback. He drops back to pass. But how about saving your best for when it matters most, late in the ballgame? Biggest run of the day in a big moment.
The give to the tailback. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
2nd down coming up.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Off play action. Throws to the wideout. Complete downfield. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He's looking to throw. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. To throw, it's Agbana. Unloads to the wideout. He caught it. Touchdown, Bulls. And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Takes a snap, wants to throw. Pass is incomplete. They can't convert the 2, and the lead stays at 5.
That keeps the score. Buffalo, 33.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Coastal Carolina has it. The Chanticleer offense headed back to the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Fires to the big fella. Still on his feet at the 45. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
And listen, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, I love teams that commit to the run, and when it's successful, keep running the rock.
Yeah, David, I think this offensive line right now, they've got a lather going. They're really sort of getting in the groove and flow of this game. They're just getting tremendous push at the point of attack. It seems like every single time they decide to run the ball.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
These RPO runs, they're like body blows. I like them because it just sort of chips away at a defense. You'll take these kind of games all game long. You keep running the football this way, you're going to keep moving the sticks. You're going to keep driving this defense back, so keep at it with the RPO game.
And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Third down and 1, and this is why they call it a gut check. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
Okay,
And here we go. Down a score. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
And some people won't like that, but I like aggressiveness, and that's who they are as an offense, so it's okay to be aggressive. But I know one thing now. After that 4th down stop, and you're trailing, I'm going to need my defense to be aggressive. It's going to be a big possession right here in the 4th quarter to get me the football back.
And ball security at this point is at a premium for this offense. You're backed up in your own end. You've got the lead, so you want to be able to run the football and stay on the field, bleed the clock. But you know the defense is going to be ripping away at it, right? They're going to be trying to get Hats to the football and forcing a fumble. So whoever's got the ball has got to have 2 hands on it this drive.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
All right, so I know the defense is going to be aggressive, right? They got their stop. They forced the 3rd down. How aggressive does the offense want to be in response? Because if I throw the football, get a first down, I can run this clock almost out. This defense has to make a choice, but this offense, how aggressive do you want to be?
On 3rd down, going up top. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. The Bulls come to the line with a fresh set of downs. We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a 1-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Wide out in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They've been able to get the ball out of their own end nicely. 1st and 10 from the 38. They want that clock to run. At midfield, he's got room. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They'll give it to the back. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Handoff from the gun. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
And that's exactly what you would expect from this offense. Listen, when you're in that 1 to 2 minute range and you got the football and you got a lead, it's smash mouth, it's keep that clock running, it's ground game. So interesting now on this 3rd down what they do next, but we got to keep that clock moving.
Back to pass, it's Agbana. Firing to the right, complete. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
Well, this guy's been a go-to guy for this offense all game long. We've seen that, and here on a critical 3rd down late in the game with the lead, guess who shows up with another big one? That guy.
Plenty of fireworks in this one. A lot of points. They always talk